Hey guys, welcome to the Reparenting Daily podcast, your daily free guide for inner child healing. This podcast helps you establish a consistent reparenting routine and is divided into 3 sections. The first is a daily reading, the second is a discussion of that reading followed by suggested journal prompts, and the last section is a peaceful meditation for closing. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from whenever and wherever you're joining us. I'm so glad that you can join us for this journey of healing, self-expansion, and growth. If this is your first time, welcome. Now, before we dive in, I'd like to remind us that we've passed the 500 marker of Reparenting Daily. As a celebration of that, I've opened the Patreon community for free membership so that you can join our Zoom calls for free. There's a lot going on in the world right now, and many people are struggling. And so my hope with this is to encourage others to take up the serious work of reparenting on themselves and to offer and provide a free community where people can do that. I'd also like to personally thank all of you who have been along for the journey so far. Just as a reminder, this is a free podcast, but I do sell the Reparenting Daily Journal where you can follow us along with all the monthly and weekly themes, and where you can also join us in our free Zoom calls to reflect on the weekly themes as we make our way through the year. This is something that I've opened up for free, but you can purchase the journal if you'd like to support the podcast. You can also just copy the themes within your own journal and follow us along there. If you'd like to support us in other ways, you can also join the Patreon with a paid subscription or also donate on Buy Me a Coffee. Just as a reminder, I've created another resource called Fairy Tales for Reparenting. This is a 3-volume series that organizes fairy tales from around the world into the 3 phases of the hero's journey, from beginning, middle, to end. Now, these are fairy tales that come from Grimm's fairy tales and other traditions and other cultures around the world. And while you might think that fairy tales are for kids, actually, these stories contain profound truths and lessons that we can use in our reparenting journey. So these books are a very simple and creative way to connect to your inner child. I'd like to send a very warm thank you to Maria, who has been helping me to edit the books since I had some difficulties in the fall and I've had some issues with my eyes. So now the first 2 volumes are available on Amazon in ebook or regular book format, so you can check those out, and we'll be working on that last volume to release to you as soon as possible. But again, these stories are ways to connect with lessons that are shared across different cultures, to reconnect with your inner child, and to really teach yourself some lessons that have been carried down for centuries and millennia. As we're passing episode 550, I'd like to also turn your attention to the fact that I've changed the meditation at the end of the podcast, and so you can check that out now for a new experience of binaural beats. So this helps with binaural stimulation from the left to right ear, a bit like a replication of the EMDR experience. So I'm hoping that this can help bring you guys some relief, and we'll have other meditations coming soon as we progress with the rest of the year. So with these announcements now out of the way, let's dive into today's practice. Today's reading is an article entitled "The Power of Little Things: How to Find Joy in the Everyday" by Psychology Today. Just as a reminder, we are in November, and the theme for this month is gratitude and abundance. We are in week 3 now, and the theme for this week is finding joy in simple things. As always, I will read a portion of this article, and you can click on the link in the show notes to read the article in its entirety. It's quite long, and there are many hyperlinks to dive deeper. So, the power of the little things: how to find joy in the everyday. Embrace the little moments that spark a sense of joy and well-being. There's a quote by the brilliant John Kabat-Zinn that goes like this: "The little things, the little moments, they aren't little." This resonates deeply with me. It's the seemingly small, everyday moments in between all the big moments that create this heart song for me. They are the moments that just light me up and fill my soul. I am a collector of precious moments. When I was little, I used to be gifted by these little hand-painted porcelain figures that just so happened to be called precious moments. They were gifted to me by my mother. After I lost her, I knew I would never get a precious moment again. So I set the intention of seeking out and creating precious moments on my own. I did this practice with my kids when they were little. Each morning, I would send them out with their quest to find a precious moment, something that made them smile or brought them joy. This meant that each day, they would go out into the world looking for the good, and at the end of the day, we would report back and share our precious moments with one another, retraining the brain to see the good. From a biological standpoint, we are hardwired to focus on the negative. The human brain has evolved to naturally pay more attention to negative events and experiences than to positive ones. This is known in psychology as the negativity bias. For our ancestors, it served them well and allowed them to survive immediate threats like animal attacks and deadly weather conditions. While this negativity bias still has its place in alerting us to potential threats today, it can limit our ability to notice and appreciate the good in our lives. The reality is that so many of us are feeling tired and weary. When we're in a distressed state or stuck in a cycle of stress, we can become easily triggered, perceiving even small challenges as threats. With our nervous system constantly on high alert, it becomes particularly difficult to focus on the positive, the things that are going right, the micro wins, and the bright spots in every day. When it comes to smoothing a weary nervous system, there is a balance we can achieve by acknowledging our triggers while also embracing and savoring the fleeting moments that spark a sense of joy, happiness, and well-being within us. Deb Dana, licensed clinical social worker and author of Polyvagal Theory and Therapy, writes about the concept of glimmers. While triggers, whether they stem from memories, situations, or interactions, alert us to perceived dangers, glimmers are little cues of safety for the nervous system. They are micro moments that bring a sense of peace, joy, happiness, or hope and help the body return to a more regulated state. The warmth of the sun in your face during a morning walk, having your loved ones in the same place and space, the smell of freshly brewed coffee, or seeing a dog's head out of the window are just a few examples that can elicit these positive emotions. The beautiful thing is that once we start to actively seek out these glimmers, we realize that they are all around us. It's all about perspective. So, how can we keep our eyes open and ourselves present to these moments and appreciate them more often? I will just read these in a bullet format and will not go in detail. The first one is setting intention. You might also try slowing down, keeping a journal, taking a picture, create a special moment, practice gratitude, savor the moment, or share it. Thank you. That's the reading for today. Welcome back. This reading drives home a truth that most people miss their entire lives. The little things aren't little at all. They are life itself. The author reminds us that quiet micro moments, the sun in your face, the smell of coffee, a shared laugh, are actually nervous system glimmers, flashes of safety that reset the body out of survival mode. This connects directly to November's theme of gratitude and abundance. These moments are evidence that abundance often arrives in soft ways, not loud ones. When you learn to notice them, you step out of scarcity thinking and into the reality that life is offering you more than your trauma ever allowed you to see. Within this week's theme of finding joy in simple things, the reading highlights how the brain's negativity bias makes it hard to notice anything good. This is especially amplified when you grow up in fear, chaos, or emotional deprivation. A traumatized nervous system scans for danger, not beauty. It's wired to notice threats, not glimmers. But the moment you intentionally slow down, set an attention, and savor one small pleasure, you are quite literally rewiring your nervous system towards abundance, safety, and emotional stability. Joy becomes a skill, not an accident. From a reparenting perspective, this reading is textbook inner child repair. As a child, perhaps you didn't get the precious moments that you needed. You might have instead gotten vigilance. And now, by collecting glimmers, one a day, even you're giving your inner child the safety cues that they never had. Every moment of warmth, beauty, or ease says to them, we're safe now. There is enough and you don't have to brace anymore. These micro moments of joy are not trivial. They are the building blocks of a repaired nervous system, emotional resilience, and a genuinely abundant mindset. As we go into the journal prompts today, number 1, what tiny moments today gave my body a small exhale? What did that sensation feel like? And number 2, what precious moments from childhood I never got? And how did today's glimmer help me fill that gap? Number 3, what simple, repeatable moment can I intentionally create every day to find safety, or to signal safety to my nervous system? That's it for today. As always, thanks for being here. Take care of yourself, and please do be well. Welcome back. Welcome back. Now, this is the third and final section of the daily podcast. This is your silent meditation. Please go ahead and find a space where you can be comfortable and undisturbed, where you can relax and spend some time with yourself for this 10-minute silent meditation. You can choose to be sitting, standing, lying down, or in whatever position makes you comfortable today. Take a moment to simply be with yourself. Focus on your breath and gently connect with each part of your body. If thoughts arise, don't let them overwhelm you. Just observe them without attachment. Imagine them as leaves drifting down atop a river, passing by without needing your engagement. Stay present, grounded, and open to this moment.